It's time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. Clipper systems will track across the northern tier of the country through today. Snow showers, a few squalls are expected along the northern plains and Rockies with lake-effect snow downwind of the Great Lakes. Dry conditions and gusty winds continue for Southern California, with trends of some wet weather arriving this weekend. An atmospheric river event will impact Alaska with heavy precipitation. Closer to home, a warming trend this weekend with afternoon breeziness. The next upper-level system approaches the area Monday, bringing breezy conditions and a slight chance for precipitation. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. A bridge in Alamogordo is closed until further notice due to safety concerns. Engineers identified a 6-inch gap in certain sections of the East 10th Street Bridge located at the intersection of 10th and Washington. The city says they're working with a contractor to provide alternative routes and fully replace the bridge. The Village of Tularosa workshop is happening today at 1:30, discussing regarding the New Mexico Mounted Patrol as a personnel staffing agency who can provide trained law enforcement officers to any requesting New Mexico law enforcement or regulatory agency. The City of Alamogordo invites you to a workshop on Ordinance 1710. That's happening during the City Commission meeting on Tuesday regarding regulating camping on public and private property. This is your opportunity to share constructive ideas and solutions in helping to shape this ordinance and to address this important issue in the community. A baby lap sit program is this Tuesday, a 30-minute interactive program between you and baby. Come learn and play with words and rhymes. Share some fun with your little one while learning some literacy skills. That's happening this Tuesday, 10:30 to 11 at the library, 575-439-4140 for details. The cost for this program is free for pre-walking babies and their caregivers. Kelly Knight from the Otero County Extension Office told me about an upcoming class that may be of use to you or a loved one.
On Thursday mornings in February, we're going to be hosting a program. It's called On the Road to Living Well with Diabetes. It's a total of 5 sessions, and it's all about how to help individuals who have diabetes reduce their complications of diabetes. And so we'll be covering different topics and providing participants with different tools to help them prevent those complications.
575-437-0231 for details. Well, today is Friday. Let's get a cat chat from Kitty City.
Hi, this is Kathy Denton with Kitty City, and welcome to this week's edition of Cat Chat. With the very cold temperatures that have been with us all week long, I thought everyone could use a little warmth. We have some kitties that will absolutely warm your heart. Little Miss Prissy is bound to warm even the coldest heart. She arrived at Kitty City only 10 days ago. She was apparently a stray and was rescued by a kind-hearted person. Miss Prissy is only a year old and needed to be spayed. We took her to our vet where she had spay surgery, vaccinations, and microchips. Miss Prissy is recovering nicely. She is a sweet and gentle girl. She needs just a little bit of reassurance from us that she's in a safe, secure, and happy place. Miss Prissy loves nothing better than to be picked up, held close, and curled up on someone's lap. This seems to give her a sense of security, and it gives whoever is holding her a warm feeling all over to look at her and see how content and trusting she is. Miss Prissy is a short-haired orange tabby with lots of white. An orange splotch on the right side of her mouth gives the appearance of a half of a mustache. I feel warm inside just talking about her. Ursula is every bit as sweet as Miss Prissy, and she too will warm a body because she's a lovable lap cat. Ursula spreads her toes in excitement when she anticipates she will get attention. She's a lovely Torby with beautiful eyes. Ursula is 2 years old and is already spayed, microchipped, and vaccinated. 2 sisters named Chantilly and Speckle have been warming our hearts since their birth 4.5 months ago. Chantilly is a Torby and Speckle is a tortoiseshell. These 2 charmers have a great upbringing with their fur mama in a foster home. They are happy and content kittens who love to run around and play with each other and with people. They are comical and delightful. Green-eyed Hazel and golden-eyed Ember are another set of sisters who will give you a nice warm feeling when you see them. They are short-haired black, 4-month-old kittens who are identical except for the color of their eyes. They have a gorgeous exotic look about them. These sisters are being fostered in a loving home where they are exposed to other kittens, cats, and dogs. Both kitties are very playful and loving. Stop by Kitty City at 56 Stanley Ranch Road to meet Miss Prissy, Ursula, Chantilly and Speckle, and Hazel and Amber. Or visit our website at www.kittycitynm.com to see all of our sweet, lovable, and warm cats and kittens. Come visit the White Sands Mall tomorrow, Saturday, January 25, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for the Kitty City Adoption event. We will have beautiful and fun-loving cats and kittens ready for their forever home. Alamogordo Animal Control will also have cats and dogs available for adoption. Kitty City has a special price for the first cat or kitten for full price and the second cat or kitten for half price. These cats and kittens are anxiously awaiting their forever family. Would that be you? Please stop by the White Sands Mall tomorrow, January 25, or Saturdays, February 1 and 8 for the Kitty City Adoption event featuring cats and kittens and dogs. This has been this week's edition of Cat Chat. I'm Kathy Denton, and I'll be talking with you next week from Kitty City. Kitty City and you. No one loves them better.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Hi, Sunny Harris, inviting you to join Animal Village NM's Thank You in Advance fundraiser and help us reach our goal of $25,000 by February 29th. Your support will fund spay-neuter surgeries for more than 200 pets and provide essential pet food for families in need. Drop off gently worn shoes at our collection boxes or donate online at animalvillagenm.org. By mail, 303 Spring Road, Ruidoso, 88345. Thank you in advance for your generosity. AnimalVillageNM.org.
Local news from local perspectives, from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Local sports, local events, and local happenings and more. Nonprofit owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
Active military troops have begun arriving in El Paso and San Diego in what defense officials said is the first batch of the new forces being deployed to secure the southern border. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt.
American people have been waiting for such a time as this, for our Department of Defense to actually take Homeland Security seriously. This is a number one priority of the American people.
The Pentagon announced that around 1,500 troops were being sent to the border as the department scrambles to put into motion President Trump's executive order demanding immediate crackdown on illegal immigration. U.S. officials say they expect additional troops to be ordered to deploy in the next few days as defense and homeland security leaders iron out requests for more support. Hospitals, schools, and churches were once considered safe spaces for illegals. However, the Trump administration announced they're rolling back that process, so now ICE agents can arrest migrants in those locations. Sophia Genovese, a managing attorney at the New Mexico Immigrant Law Center, spoke with KOB.
We're scared for our clients. We're scared for our communities.
She and her colleagues began preparing for Trump's sweeping immigration reform well before he took office. They put together a digital toolkit packed with Know Your Rights resources and guides in multiple languages. Genevieve says their phones have been ringing off the hook since Trump took office.
People want more information about what they can do if their loved ones are detained, what they can do to apply for lawful status. People want to know what their rights are and what their resources are.
The UNM Hospital CEO sent out a memo to employees reaffirming dedication to quality care for all patients. Police found a firearm after arresting a student at Carlsbad High School yesterday morning. School resource officers and school staff detained a student for an arrest warrant. This led to officers finding the firearm and recovering it. Charges related to the firearm are pending as the investigation continues. Police say there are no other known threats against the school. A family was displaced after a residential fire yesterday in Oregon, New Mexico. Donna Ana County Fire Rescue responded just before 10 a.m. They were joined by the Las Cruces Fire Department. Both crews worked to contain and extinguish the blaze. No injuries reported. The American Red Cross assisted the displaced family. According to fire officials, the fire originated in the chimney. Las Cruces Bulletin managing editor Algernon de Amasa spoke about the state AG, Raul Torres, pushing for legislative action on hazing and more.
Attorney General Raul Torres rolled out some proposals that he intends to make during the legislative session addressing hazing. This, of course, is an issue that came to light most spectacularly with recent events involving the New Mexico State University men's basketball team and the charges and litigation that have followed. Attorney General Torres argued that the current laws addressing hazing are just not adequate, especially in the age of internet dependence and cyberbullying. And so he's proposing some heightened criminal penalties depending on the outcome of the hazing, a range of charges ranging from misdemeanors to actual second-degree felony if a person dies as a result of some kind of violence involving hazing.
You can hear that conversation in full on the KRWG website. Sports and weather are coming up next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
There are 27 games for New Mexico girls basketball today, including Cloudcroft at Dexter, the Institute at Hatch, Lovington at Chaparral, Loving comes to Tularosa, go Lady Cats, and 28 games for New Mexico varsity basketball today, including Cloudcroft at Dexter and Hot Springs at Ruidoso. Well, today is Friday. Let's get in a fishing report.
Bill Evans Lake, fishing for bass was slow to fare when using salmon, peach, power bait, and red and gold lures. Bonita Lake, fishing for trout was good when using flies, lures, and worms. The lake is about 90% covered by ice. Elephant Butte Lake, fishing for walleye was slow to fare when using plastic baits. Fishing for catfish was fair to good when using cut bait. Grindstone Lake, fly fishing for trout was slow to fare. Oasis Park Lake, fishing for trout was very good when using power bait and pistol Pete red worm flies. Fishing for bass was slow. Bill Evans Lake, Carrizozo Recreation Lake, and the Grindstone Reservoir are just a few of the area waters stocked this week with trout. And our catch of the week is, drumroll please, Nathaniel Castillo caught 4 rainbow trout using a trout magnet below Abiquiu Lake. That's it for this week. Join us next week as we tell you the fishing hotspots and what they're biting on. For Crazy Radio, I'm Christy Lepis, reminding you to take your family fishing.
Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies, partly cloudy tonight, partly sunny tomorrow, winds gusting up to 13 miles per hour. Your high today in the basin, 47, low tonight of 27, high tomorrow, 58 degrees. In Cloudcroft, sunny skies today, winds gusting up to 20 miles per hour. Partly cloudy tonight, winds gusting as high as 22. Mostly sunny tomorrow, winds gusting as high as 26. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 38. Wind chill's going to make it feel like it's -5. Low tonight of 23. Wind chill's going to make it feel like it's 12. High tomorrow, 42. Wind chill's going to make it feel like it's 12 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting KALHradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. And that concludes this Friday edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.